will be beginning with our State of the County Address. So I'll ask my colleagues to please join me in the audience. Thank you. Good evening to my fellow commissioners, County Manager Hager, Durham County staff, our special guests, and my fellow residents. Those who are in the chambers and watching us virtually, I have the distinct honor of presenting my first annual State of the County Address. And before I go on any further tonight, I need to speak from a very personal place about what we all witnessed last week. We saw ICE and CBP, Custom and Border Patrol, show up in our community, masked, heavily armed, unannounced, and with the clear intention of terrorizing people. And I'll be honest, as someone who grew up in an immigrant family, as a Muslim targeted by surveillance, it hit me hard to see our neighbors go through that here in our home. But here's what stood out even more than their presence: the way Durham responded. I saw people checking in on each other. I saw parents looking out for kids who weren't their own. I saw neighbors opening up their homes, offering rides, delivering food, sharing information, and refusing to let anyone face this fear alone. That's who we are here. Durham keeps each other safe, not through intimidation or force, but through care, through community, and through love. Durham welcomes everyone. No administration, no agency, and no intimidation tactic is going to change that. They can try to sow fear, but it won't work here. Not in this community, not with our people. We take care of our own, and as long as I have the privilege of serving you, I'll stand with you every single time. And now allow me to take another point of personal privilege to introduce my fellow board members. We have 3 new board members who have assumed office in December of last year and are participating in their first official State of the County Address. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Vice Chair, Dr. Mike Lee. Commissioner Michelle Burton. And Commissioner Stephen Valentine. And rounding out our board is our longest-serving commissioner, Wendy Jacobs, who is also a former chair of this body. Please join me in a round of applause for our commissioners. I would also like to recognize that we're joined here today by our Mayor Leonardo Williams. As we have worked to be a very collaborative board this year, I want to tell you that as my first State of the County Address, I wanted to do things a little differently. Typically, you'll see the chair and the mayor give the address on their own. But I wanted to present the community of Durham in a time that we're seeing so much turmoil, how united our board is, and that the way that we serve together is through collaboration. And so you will have an opportunity to hear from each and every one of us throughout this presentation. You will hear from Dr. Vice Chair Dr. Lee, then Commissioner Burton, then Commissioner Valentine, and then Commissioner Jacobs, before I wrap us up. And I'd also like to recognize our County Manager, Claudia Hager, who is celebrating completing 1 year since her official appointment as our County Manager, even though she has been in this role a couple of times unofficially. Congratulations, Manager Hager. And this is her first State of the County as our official county manager. Her extensive career path includes work in local government, higher education, working with the North Carolina Partnership for Children, state government, and of course, 14 great years at Durham County. Assisting Manager Hager, our Deputy County Manager, Maurice Jones, Assistant County Managers Joanne Pierce and Dwayne Brinson, and a talented group of award-winning department heads and staff throughout. Manager Hager, I would like to ask you to please come up and join me for a moment. County Manager Hager is one of the most exceptional people I have met in my life, and I have had the great honor of being able to be sworn into this board in 2020 and be under her leadership and mentorship and support. And she has shown with so much grace and love how to serve the people of Durham. And it's with my distinct honor to present to Manager Hager the highest civilian honor that a resident can receive in the state of North Carolina, the Order of the Longleaf Pine, presented by Governor Josh Stein. And you may all see Manager Hager and her very well-practiced look of surprise. But let me tell you, I nominated Manager Hager for this award with the intent to present this at our State of the County address. However, Governor Stein decided to mail the order directly to her, and so Manager Hager also had the distinct honor of then framing it herself and wrapping it herself. But we still wanted to make sure that we are able to honor her and present it to her here tonight. Yes. As she came up here, she whispered to me, "So sneaky." As we announced prior to this event, we asked attendees to bring in food items that can be shared with our community members who have been impacted by the interruption of SNAP benefits. Thankfully, the record-setting 43-day government shutdown is over, and benefits are again being offered. But the impact of SNAP recipients being concerned about how to sustain their families remains. I salute the amazing team led by Maggie Clapp at Durham County Department of Social Services, our amazing county manager and city manager, our colleagues across Durham County government and the city of Durham, and our valued partners at Lincoln Community Health Center for coming together to make our food drive during a time of crisis with SNAP benefits in peril a tremendous success. I have learned that we were able to bag 688 bags of food, which went directly to individuals and families across Durham who need extra support during this season. And in addition, Durham County DSS provided over $6,000 worth of food cards to 49 seniors at the Durham Center for Senior Life, ensuring that they have resources they need heading into the holidays. So thank you to everyone who brought food to donate this evening as requested. I plan to take just a few moments in this evening reflecting on our remarkable achievements over the past year. But while that is important, it is also critical that you hear some of the unprecedented challenges that face us at this time, and how our board will work collaboratively and effectively to continue to address our county's priorities going forward. Durham County continues its long-standing reputation for receiving multiple national awards from the National Association of Counties, or NACO. At the annual conference in Philadelphia this summer, Go Birds, Durham County received 7 achievement awards for various programs. Achievement Awards honor innovative, effective county government programs that strengthen service for residents. Our award-winning programs and initiatives included several departments: the Durham County Library for the African American Legacy in Gardening and Horticultural Symposium, Information Services and Technology and Department of Social Services for the Durham County Social Services Case Management Modernization, Information Services and Technology for Durham County Duke Fiber Implementation, the Board of Elections and Information Services and Technology for Durham County DECO Votes Application, Board of Elections for Durham County Voter Experience Survey, Durham County Manager's Office for the DECO Forward 2029 Strategic Plan, and Information Services and Technology and Public Information Office for our Durham County Government Public-Facing Website Modernization Program. Congratulations on these innovative award-winning programs, and we look forward to even more new ideas for 2026. As one of our most important tools, let's just take a moment to emphasize our new website that was launched this summer. Visitors will notice simplified navigation of the website. There's much improved functionality on desktop and mobile devices, and useful online services. Additional attributes include enhanced user experience, improved functionality, stronger search features, better security, and a chatbot. Users will also notice that they are able to find information more quickly. Now, Vice Chair Dr. Lee will continue to share our achievements.
Thank you, Chair Allam. To be honest, I think I have the best part of this program because I get to talk about the people who make it happen every day, our staff and their achievements. Durham County's employees continue to receive numerous awards and recognition during the year for their extraordinary public service skills and abilities. For example, Public Health's Bria Miller was selected by the De Beaumont Foundation as a member of its 40 Under 40 Public Health Class of 2025. Director of Elections Derek Bowens received the 2025 Lifetime Achievement Award from the National Association of Election Officials. Register of Deeds Sharon A. Davis was appointed to serve on the Disaster Preparedness Committee for the North Carolina Association of Register of Deeds. Assistant Register of Deeds Karen Perry was named President of the International Association of Government Officials. Our Director of Business Innovation and Outreach, Tammy Hall, made history as the first woman elected chair of the RDU International Airport Authority. She also received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Triangle Business Journal. Community Intervention and Support Services Director Crystal Harris was appointed to Governor Josh Stein's North Carolina Gang Prevention and Intervention Task Force. Santos Flores received the Milton Thrasher Award, an international recognition presented by the National Gang and Crime Research Center for outstanding contribution in research, scholarship, service, leadership, and other related accomplishments in dealing with public safety issues posed by gangs. Director of Community Partnerships and Engagement, Shannon Trapp, received a Young Alumni Award from Shaw University. Matt Filter, Economic Development Manager, was named 40 Under 40 by the Triangle Business Journal. Soil and Water Director Eddie Culberson was inducted into the Durham County Agricultural Heritage Hall of Fame. Soil and Water Senior Administrative Officer Lisa Morchuk was elected President of the North Carolina District Employee Association. And Veteran Service Officer Navy Veteran Service Officer and Navy veteran Helen Juarez Ruiz received the 2025 North Carolina Outstanding Combat Female Veterans Award. Let's give them all a round of applause. And next we'll have Commissioner Burton.
Good evening, everyone. I get to talk about some even more achievements that we have achieved this year. It's been my honor to serve on the Board of Commissioners to make sure that the lives of our residents are the best and to serve you with honor. So thank you. Many of our departments made significant accomplishments in this year as well. Our Soil and Water Conservation District celebrated its 60th anniversary. Congratulations. The Board of Elections received the Cleary Award for Distinguished Voter Education and Communications by the 2025 United States Election Assistance Commission. Elections also received the 2025 Civic Engagement Award from North Carolina Association of County Commissioners for its Deco Votes mobile application. Our Transportation Department worked on the acquisition of the Durham to Roxborough Rail Trail Corridor and the development of the planning study. Employees also initiated the Durham Bus Rapid Transit Vision Plan, along with supporting the city's Central Durham Bus Rapid Transit Corridor through the Durham County Transit Plan. Our Durham County Office of the Sheriff reported a significant reduction in crime for the first 6 months of 2025, totaling a 26% decrease. Durham County Veterans Services hosted their first Women Veterans Recognition Day celebration in June, which will now become an annual event to spotlight the significance of female veterans and their exemplary service in our nation's military. Our tax department led this year's revaluation process. This is our first reevaluation since 2019. I want to thank Administrator Kiar Doyle and his staff for the tremendous work they perform to manage this challenging process, and they need a round of applause. Kiar spoke to countless individual residents and at community events across the county, appeared on local news, media, and even shared an informational series on social media to help taxpayers understand all phases of the tax revaluation operation. And just last week, our Economic Development Department helped to secure the significant expansion of 2 companies in Durham, Novartis and Aspida. Combined, those 2 organizations will invest nearly $570 million in the county and create 1,300 new jobs for Durham over several years. That deserves a round of applause, yes. I am so proud of the innovative, cutting-edge work done by these and all departments during this year. And now I will turn it over to Commissioner Wendy Jacobs.
As a new board, this was our first year working together to create a budget for Durham County. As it is often said, a budget is more than a financial document. This budget focused on supporting education, funding public safety needs related to population growth, and maintaining the county's core services. As I and my fellow commissioners often say, budgets are not just numbers on a page. They are moral documents. They are declarations of what we value, what we stand for, and who we care about. At their best, they are also documents of love, expressions of a deep commitment to our community. I am so proud of our new board and how we work together to unanimously approve a budget document at a time when so many changes were and are happening at the state and federal level. Let me quickly share a few points from our approved budget. Our Durham County budget is now over $1 billion. And it's a $1.4 billion budget. This budget continued to demonstrate the board's support for public education. The largest amount of the board's increase provided $15.93 million in additional new funding for Durham Public Schools, bringing the total amount of funding for Durham Public Schools to $224.5 million. And I'm going to follow Commissioner Burton's lead on this. That deserves a round of applause. Durham County remains among the top 5 jurisdictions in per capita funding per student, a designation the county has sustained for many decades. Pre-K support included an annual funding of nearly $9 million. I'll repeat that again. Nearly $9 million that this board and Durham County government has provided for the Durham pre-K program and pre-K education in Durham County. That also deserves a big round of applause. And at the other end of the spectrum, Durham Technical Community College funding was at $12.6 million. Certainly, in our ever-growing county, the needs were great. But I am happy to report that our departments worked to analyze their budgets to ensure that we were able to provide additional services without a significant tax increase. Overall, a hiring freeze was put in place except for a few key areas. Priority was given to public safety services and law enforcement. 12 new positions were placed in emergency medical services to respond to increased call volume in the county and to supplement peak staffing. 5 new positions were added to the Office of the Sheriff to support increased coverage in the Research Triangle Park. And with the recent opening of the new county youth home, 8.5 new positions were added to enhance programming and increased capacity of this new facility. As we are preparing to create a budget for the coming year, our county manager recently reminded us that we are facing significant headwinds. Certainly, we still don't have a budget approved by the state, and the federal budget picture is unknown in many areas, as we must prepare to address various scenarios. I mentioned very strong headwinds ahead, and here are a few of them. There will be revenue pressures and expenditure demands converging. Our American Rescue Plan Act funds are expiring, and the backfill will be required for many of our nonprofits. We are seeing stagnating revenue growth in areas such as our sales tax revenue. Our capital planning needs continue, and we will need to adjust to state and federal policy shifts. And I know that our board will continue, with the help of our staff and all of our partners, to face these headwinds. And I now call up our Commissioner Valentine.
So, good evening, Durham County. And I want to just take a moment of personal privilege and say thank you for the privilege that is public service. And I also like to say thank you to my colleagues for the collegial nature of the work. So as we move forward, thoughtful planning and collaboration are essential in the coming months. Our departments must continue to control spending, maximizing revenue. We must continue analysis of employee benefits costs that are rising at elevated rates. We continue to review the role of inflation, which is driving increased baseline expenditures, utilities, fuel, and other essential costs. I am so grateful, however, that Manager Hager and her team are strategically working on these issues to provide our board with the best information to make wise financial decisions in the new budget year. You may recall that the voters here in Durham County approved a significant bond referendum in 2022, and I'm happy to report that we continue to celebrate the progress of those projects. The referendum consisted of $550.2 million to support capital projects for Durham Technical Community College, Durham Public Schools, and the Museum of Life and Science. On October 28th, our county commissioners, Durham Technical Community College, healthcare partners, and local leaders came together to officially break ground on an 80,000 square foot health sciences building. During the event, it was noted that the new health sciences building represents exactly what makes our community special. We invest in people, in education, and in care. Durham Tech received $112 million for this facility. This center will support training of healthcare students for nursing, for surgical technology, respiratory therapy, clinical research, and so much more. Just last week, we came together to celebrate the topping out ceremony for the new Durham School of the Arts. Durham Public Schools received $423 million in bond funds to build new and improve existing facilities. This $200 million project replaces the current 100-year-old school and will feature a state-of-the-art environment and technology for our students to enjoy. And as a proud parent of a graduate, let's put our hands together for the Durham School of the Arts. So the new Durham School of the Arts is scheduled to open to students in 2027. The Museum of Life and Science received $13.9 million to support repairs, renovations, and expansion of the beloved facility. If you have visited the museum since the spring of this year, which I have, and hope you will too, you will have noticed that large portions of the first floor have been temporarily closed and make way for the new exhibits that will delight visitors for years to come. While not a bond project, I must mention a significant capital project we officially opened on Friday morning. 300 East Main Street, also called the Renegade. This public-private partnership is an exciting, multi-phase, mixed-income housing project that has transformed redevelopment in the heart of downtown Durham. 300 East Main Street is a mix of affordable and market-rate housing, ground floor commercial space, and structured parking, as well as a pre-K child care center. The development consists of 305 units of affordable housing, as well as 248 market-rate apartments. Please make plans to visit very, very soon. And next spring, we will open a similar companion project at 500 East Main Street. At this time, I will have the chair of the Board of County Commissioners address the podium. Chair Allam.
Thank you, colleagues. There's no question that these are challenging times, indeed a point of a period of uncertainty. And as a major government in our state, we must continue to stay in touch with all our public entities to ensure that we are working collaboratively, efficiently, and effectively as we provide services. I am happy to share that this year, our city, Durham Public Schools, and Durham County have started our now quarterly practice of meeting regularly to examine all that we do and to seek ways to strategically plan for whatever comes from Raleigh or Washington to ensure that our community continues to succeed. Durham County is a AAA bond-rated local government, one of only 110 counties in the country to receive this designation from 2 different rating agencies, and we will continue to manage our public dollars, your dollars, accordingly. And as we look ahead, we know that we are living in uncertain times, but I am confident that our Board of Commissioners and our staff are committed to solving any situation that are currently before us, as well as those that may emerge in the future, with the collaboration and the love and care that you've seen here today through this presentation. Because the people of Durham County deserve no less than our best professional efforts. We will remain resolute, determined, insightful, focused, and resilient during these times. And we must bring this spirit to any challenge that we encounter, whether in governing or out in our communities. And we will work to ensure that our priorities and services are top of mind, and that we will all do what we can to bring our collective energy and resources to bear to take care of our neighbors. We appreciate your attention this evening, and we encourage you to follow our work on your behalf. Subscribe to our newsletter, follow us on social media, attend our meetings, or view our meetings on YouTube. At the end of the day, remember, we work for you. Thank you all so much for joining us for our State of the County.